Hi, everyone. I'm Maria Mitchell, a 32-year-old dental hygienist who grew up in the foster care system. Today, I want to share how my mother-in-law and husband revealed their true colors. But first, let me tell you how it all began. You're doing amazing work with these patients, Maria, Jennifer said during our lunch break at the dental office. You should seriously think about opening your own clinic someday. That's actually my dream, I admitted, lowering my voice. Don't tell anyone, but I've been secretly saving up. Marcus doesn't know. He likes to handle all our finances. Jennifer raised an eyebrow. Girl, that's a red flag. Why can't you have your own money? It's not like that. I replied quickly, though her words stung. He just wants to make sure we're secure. Deep down, though, I wasn't so sure. Marcus, my husband of 3 years, had a knack for masking control as care. Whenever I brought up my career goals, he'd say, "Baby, why stress yourself? My business is doing great. Just focus on your hygienist work, and I'll take care of the rest." Then there was Barbara, my mother-in-law. She lived just 10 minutes away and never missed an opportunity to remind me of her generosity. "Marcus tells me you want to open a clinic someday, sweetheart," she said one afternoon, her smile saccharine. "That's so ambitious for someone with your background. You should be grateful my son provides such a comfortable life." Her words cut deeper than I let on. My only real solace came from Mrs. Rodriguez, my elderly neighbor. One evening, as we shared her homemade tamales, she noticed my troubled expression. "Maija, what's bothering you?" "Just mother-in-law drama, Mrs. R," I sighed. "Barbara found out I'm taking extra shifts, and—" "Let me guess. She told Marcus?" "Yeah. He asked why I needed more money when he gives me everything I need." That same week, I met David Chen, Marcus's business partner, at a company dinner. Something about the way Marcus stiffened when David mentioned finances caught my attention. "Maria, it's nice to finally meet you," David said warmly, though his expression betrayed concern. "Your husband talks about you constantly." "All good things, I hope," I replied, trying to read his face. "Of course," he said, hesitating. "Though I wish he'd mention you during our financial meetings." Barbara quickly cut in, her tone icy. "David dear, let's not bore Maria with business talk. She's perfectly happy letting Marcus handle all that, aren't you, sweetheart?" I forced a smile, but inside, I was grateful for my secret savings account. Every extra shift, every bonus, $115,000 so far, was tucked away in what I called my escape fund. Jennifer noticed me checking the account balance at work the next day. "Keep stashing that money, girl. Something about your husband and his mama doesn't sit right with me. Just be careful, okay?" I nodded, not realizing how right she was or how soon my world would shatter. The day everything fell apart started like any other. I was organizing files in my home office when Barbara's voice startled me. Well, what do we have here?" I turned to see her holding a bank statement I had hidden in my desk. $115,000, she sneered. "Does Marcus know about this?" "That's private," I snapped, my voice trembling. "How dare you go through my things?" "Private?" she scoffed. "Nothing's private when it comes to my son's money. Let's discuss this in the kitchen." My hands shook as I followed her. She moved deliberately, putting on water for tea. "You ungrateful little gold digger," she hissed. "All these years pretending to be the perfect wife. That's my son's money." "I earned it," I shot back. "Working extra shifts. It's my money." "Oh, so you've been lying to Marcus too." The kettle whistled, shrill and piercing. Barbara grabbed it, stepping closer. "You're going to tell Marcus everything, or I will." "Go ahead," I said, my voice steadier than I felt. "I have nothing to hide." It happened in an instant. The kettle tipped, and scalding water splashed across my arm. "Oh my!" Barbara gasped, her voice dripping with mock concern. "I'm so sorry." I tripped, and my scream brought Marcus running. The pain was excruciating, but what hurt worse was his reaction. "Mom, what happened?" he demanded. "Your wife attacked me," Barbara cried, clutching her pearls in mock horror. "I was just making tea and she lunged at me." "What? That's insane," I protested. She deliberately. "Enough," Marcus snapped, cutting me off. "Mom, get some ice." "Maria, how could you?" Later that night, my phone buzzed with a text from David Chen. "Need to talk. Company finances, Marcus involved. Urgent. We met at a coffee shop the next morning. My arm throbbed beneath its bandage as David got straight to the point. Your husband's been embezzling funds, he said grimly, and his mother is helping launder the money through her charitable foundation. I felt the floor drop beneath me. How long have you known? I just got proof, he replied. I'm taking it to the board next week. Maria, you need to get out now. Jennifer helped me document my burns at the hospital. This is assault, she said firmly. You need to press charges. I can't, not yet, I said. I need to be smart about this. That's when David's sister, Lisa, walked in. Her sharp suit and commanding presence immediately filled the room. David told me everything, she said briskly. I'm a lawyer. We need to talk strategy. Back home, I started recording everything. Barbara's daily visits became a minefield of threats. I've destroyed better women than you, she sneered one morning. Ask Marcus's ex-girlfriends. Marcus wasn't much better. Where were you today? He asked one evening, his tone accusing. At work, like always, I replied, keeping my voice calm. Mom says you're plotting something. Don't test me, Maria. I plugged in my hidden recorder, catching every word. Those burns were your fault, he growled. You're lucky Mom didn't press charges. Jennifer was my lifeline during lunch breaks. I found you a safe apartment, she said, sliding me a key. 3 months deposit paid. I can't let you. Shut up and take the help, she snapped. Lisa's got your legal stuff covered. We're getting you out. That night, I stared at my burned arm in the mirror, and everything became crystal clear. The controlling behavior, the gaslighting, the accidents, it was all connected. Barbara hadn't stumbled upon my savings, she'd been searching for ammunition. And Marcus, he wasn't just complicit. He was worse than his mother. I sent everything to Lisa, bank statements, recordings, photos of my burns, documentation of Marcus's growing financial control over the years. Her response was immediate. Got everything. Building your case, stay safe, and act normal. 2 more weeks, max. Those 2 weeks felt like an eternity. The pieces of Marcus and Barbara's dark past started falling into place when Lisa arranged a meeting with Amanda, Marcus's ex-girlfriend. I can't believe she's still pulling the same tricks, Amanda said over coffee. The accidental burns. She did that to me, with hot coffee. How did you get away? I asked. I ran before the wedding, Amanda admitted. Lost my job, my apartment, but I saved my life. Barbara told everyone I was unstable. And Marcus. He always sided with Mommy Dearest. But it started small, financial control, subtle manipulation. Then I found documents about missing company money. Lisa arrived with a stack of files. 3 other women have come forward, she said, her tone grim. All former daughters-in-law, all with similar stories. One was hospitalized. Jesus, I whispered. How did they keep this quiet? Money and threats, Lisa said. Barbara's foundation paid them off. But here's the kicker. The foundation's books don't add up. That night, Barbara showed up uninvited, as usual. That arm healing well? She asked, her voice saccharine. Such a shame about your accident. We both know what really happened. Careful, Maria. Memory can be tricky when you're unstable. Mrs. Rodriguez was outside watering her plants when Barbara's nastiness reached its peak. You'll end up like the others, broke, alone, crazy. Who believe a foster kid over us? Later, Mrs. Rodriguez knocked on my door with tea. I heard everything, Maija, she said softly. I'm recording them too now. My security cameras don't miss much. Jennifer helped me secure my savings, transferring small amounts under $10,000 to avoid detection. Let Marcus think you're still working extra shifts, she said. The money's safe now. David called an emergency meeting at his office. The board meets next week, he said. I've got proof of everything, embezzlement, foundation fraud, all of it. What about Barbara? I asked. She's the key, David said. The foundation is her weak spot. Once that falls, the rest will collapse. Back home, Marcus's paranoia was escalating. Mom says you've been asking questions about the foundation, he said sharply. Just trying to help with the charity work. I replied evenly. Stay out of it. And what's this about you talking to Amanda? Amanda? I asked, feigning confusion. Your ex? I don't even know her. His face darkened. You're spying on me. No, I said calmly. You just messed up your own story. Barbara stormed in later that night. You think you're smart, playing detective. I learned from the best, Barbara, I said, my voice cold. How many daughters-in-law before me? You ungrateful little. Mrs. Rodriguez's voice cut through the tension from the doorway. Everything okay here? She asked, her tone sharp. My cameras picked up some shouting. Barbara's face turned ghostly pale. She knew she'd been caught. The next morning, I met Lisa. Everything's ready, she said, sliding a folder across the table. The board meeting is tomorrow. David has all the evidence. What about my recordings? I asked. Safe, Lisa assured me. We're building a separate case for the abuse, but the financial crimes? That's our silver bullet. That night, I overheard Marcus on the phone with Barbara. She knows something, he hissed. No, I can't just make her disappear. The board meeting. David wouldn't dare. He paused, his tone growing darker. Fine, I'll handle it. I texted Jennifer. It's happening tomorrow. Her response came immediately. Your apartment's ready. Go pack. Looking at our wedding photo, I felt nothing but disgust. Tomorrow their perfect little world would shatter, and I'd be gone before the pieces hit the ground. The next morning, I watched Marcus leave for work, pretending everything was normal. As soon as his car disappeared around the corner, I sprang into action. Jennifer texted, everything's set at the new place. Within an hour, my essential belongings were packed. Mrs. Rodriguez hugged me goodbye. Your moving truck just left, Maija, she said with a smile. Barbara's watching from her window. Perfect timing, I replied. The board meeting starts in 30 minutes. By the time the chaos erupted, I was already in my new apartment. Jennifer called with updates. David just dropped the bomb. FBI agents walked in during the meeting. You should see Marcus's face on the security feed. What about Barbara? I asked. She showed up screaming and made it worse. They're both being questioned now. The headlines came fast. Local business owner and mother arrested in multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. But the real satisfaction came from the follow-up stories exposing their history of abuse. 6 months later, my clinic opened its doors. Jennifer ran the front office like a pro. Next patient, she said one afternoon, handing me a chart. Another foster kid, she added. Dental school scholarship. Send them to my office first, I replied. I want to talk to them about our mentorship program. The karma was sweet. Marcus got 7 years in federal prison. Barbara's foundation collapsed, her reputation ruined. Her country club friends pretended not to know her, and legal fees devoured her savings. Then came Marcus's letter from prison. Maria, I'm so sorry. I see now what Mom and I did was wrong. Please give me another chance. I dropped it into the shredder without finishing. Mrs. Rodriguez visits often, bringing her famous tamales for the staff. Look at you now, Maija, she said one day. From hiding money to helping others hide from abuse. Lisa still handles our legal work pro bono. Another domestic violence survivor needs dental work, she said during a recent visit. Can you fit her in? There's always room for one more, I replied. This is what victory looks like, not just surviving, but thriving. And the best part, I did it without letting hate consume me. I let justice do its job while I built my dreams. No forgiveness needed. My success is the only closure I need. What about you? What would you have done in my shoes? Stayed quiet about Marcus's financial crimes to protect yourself from Barbara's wrath, or exposed everything knowing it could get dangerous?